Finally, welcome back to Beyond the Game official podcast, episode 8. I am your host, Matteo.
Howdy.
Truly.
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 Oh my goodness.
Are we gonna speak how
Wait,
like...
hold on. He has to say his name. What's your name?
Howdy.
No, what's your name? Truly.
Truly.
What do they call you on the Twitch?
Surfing Seamen.
They call him Truly Seaman.
He's just truly Seaman. I go howdy every time. Hey! Bobber, get the dang out of there.
Dag nabbit.
Dang nabbit.
Gosh darn it.
I just
Come on, I can
acquired.
teach you some words. I'm from the South. Come on now.
Yeah.
I just acquired this voice after just growing this mustache. I don't know where it came from. Don't you spit, don't you do it.
You know I don't like a spitter.
Them's are quitters.
If that shit would have
hold
came
it.
through my nose. Fuck you.
You hold it in, goddammit.
Listen, do you think your mother raised us?
A quitter. Let's go with a quitter.
Quitter.
A quitter.
We don't raise no goddamn quitters out here.
I swallowed it. We're good.
No, you know what'd be funny? It's just like, you think me and your mother raised any goddamn spitters, and you're just like spitting out like tobacco, like just like all that shit. Like,
It has,
like
it
straight
has to
up.
hit the metal can though. It has to hit the metal can.
Oh man, my high school days.
Like the
that's all
old,
I fucking did.
You know,
Kids
like
in high
when,
school, shoving the
Stop.
dip in there. and
I
was
know,
like,
I was like, you know, even like when I was in high school, I was like, did we not out? I thought that seemed like such a more ancient thing. Why are you? It
Did you just say ancient thing?
It kind
That's
of
more of
like,
an ancient thing.
you're right.
Really?
I'm sorry. That
Mhm.
was very.
Mhm.
That was just very millennial of me.
Well, okay, well,
What
for
I
the
meant-
record, Mateo, how old are you again?
I'm
Uh huh.
23.
Oh. Oh, just okay. Just hurt me. Oh.
You don't ask a man about his age.
Surf, how old are you? I mean, you just had a birthday within the
I
last
think
few
he's like
months, right?
25.
He did, yeah.
I've been
24?
here since the
You know what, that's
beginning of
actually-
time.
You know
I'm
what's
the
some,
oldest one here.
you know what's something that like I forget, you know, is that like Surf is older than me.
Yeah, he's like 25.
We sure don't act like it.
Yeah, it's like it.
45.
But anyways, let's actually introduce our guest for tonight. So our 8th episode tonight actually has on two people, two streamers and everything like that. We have on, and I'm gonna, because I want to just call you like Harley and everything, but I know it's DrHarleyRogue.
Where
So-
did you get your medical degree?
No, it's Doctor Who. Jesus. It's my obsessions. It was
Yeah.
Doctor Who, Harley Quinn, and Rogue from X-Men. The comics, not the movie.
So you just decided to like go and slap a medical degree on like, you know,
You got a
Extended-
fake doctorate.
Now-
different comic book universes and think that was okay and that wouldn't turn out
Yeah,
incestuous and
yeah.
fucked up with one eye.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh look,
now,
it's our progress producer.
What the fuck is this?
It's
You
our
are
podcast.
fired.
You are fired yet again. But you know what? In light of everything and you're grieving over Luigi, we will wait to fire you.
We've
till-
been grieving over Luigi.
we will fire you after the podcast.
Yeah, we've been grieving over him.
letting you
bless
breathe
his heart.
properly.
now for the
Um,
record, Harley Quinn actually was a doctor.
She was. She
it's
was
not the
a psychiatrist.
debate about. Oh yeah,
Sure, I did.
she definitely is, but the combining the DC and MCU stuff is just like, I respect it.
I had to. It was my upset. Now, mind you, I don't like it even when people do it for their kids' birthdays. When they mix it, I'm like, please stop.
Okay.
Please stop it. But I did it because it's my obsession.
know
It's
it's
they're my favorites. They're all three my favorites.
Okay, I respect it. Yeah.
Not a lot of people will. I'll tell you that right now.
Okay. You know what? If it does mean something to you more personally, I will respect that over like, needing
really-
like
I know
comic book
City Boy.
purity and references.
People
I
looking
have
at
a really high obsession with all 3 characters. Does that mean anything? I've got everything Harley Quinn on the shelf right now, right on the side of me.
Oh,
Literally.
dude, that's so
everything.
fucking cool.
people mixing them just to mix them though is like the equivalent of like boomers calling Chipotle.
Oh, I like yeah, and Chipotle is already trash to begin with.
Chipotle,
A
yeah.
Chipotle, I don't care. I don't want to go to your Chipotle.
Chipotle! Chipotle! We don't have
Chipotle.
one of those. We don't have one of those here.
You don't have one of those?
No.
Where
Closest
hold
we
on.
have is in Texas.
Okay. Fuck. All I remember is that you were like Central Time Zone and everything like that. Where are you from again?
Louisiana.
Louisiana. Oh, okay.
And I'm from Virginia.
Okay, yeah, you're from
Oh,
Virginia.
Louisiana.
West Virginia.
Which you don't know where that is.
I don't know where a lot of places are. Hell, like I stopped gaming and I go outside and I'm like, where the fuck am I? There's a world outside of this.
Things?
Like,
I can't do that. I have
everything
children that need to survive.
Everything.
I can't.
Yeah, that's right.
After you go outside and touch grass. Yep.
My son is literally
stop
will not go
because I
outside
forgot
because
we're
there's
not streaming.
bumblebees.
I was gonna call you a simp, but
You were
we're
gonna call
not
me a
streaming,
simp? Yeah.
But
That's
you
why.
simp.
See, Surf wants to always like stream the podcast, and I was like, if we did like another talk show, it'd be great. But I was like, I like the recording aspect because we don't have to do it in front of a live audience. It could just be us, and like I can also use simp and virgin, and what was the other? There was another one. What was it?
You can't say cunt. You can't say cunt.
I don't think you can say that on YouTube either.
I'm just gonna set it for adults. We're gonna figure it out. We're not
Figure it
close to
out.
being monetized yet, so we'll figure it out.
Do you edit these at all or?
We don't edit. Like really, we're trying to get like more consistent editing and do other stuff. I'm actually gonna learn, but like I've had a busy schedule this past week with like actually streaming like now full time, which I made my return, which was
He's gonna
fucking
take
exciting.
a time during one of these
Congratulations.
podcasts. He's
Yeah,
gonna
thank
take
you.
a time to just like bleep everything I say. He's just gonna put a black mark.
No, I
across
think
my
we
mouth.
should just all bleep everything
Censor
out,
bar.
like senseless censoring.
The girl says out. You'll get everyone. You know what? You want to offend someone? Bleep everything I say out. Everything.
No, just even if it's not anything else, just like censor it, and everyone's gonna get the wrong idea.
You
Can
say
you,
you're back to
Bleep
full
her
time
out the whole
streaming,
time.
Yeah.
and she's like, "Congratulations," and you bleep out congratulations.
Yeah, it's like, well, you know what? It's just like beep. And it's like,
Can you
It's got
censor
one or two
out?
ways.
you know, you really
Today.
just like beep, 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 beep.
Can
And the
you
beep, beep,
censor
beep.
out my my skin color since it's inherently racist
Oh my god. Oh
and my
my.
mustache?
I mean, I'm paler than you. I mean,
My
and
mustache.
I'm
But also
very
makeup,
rich.
though, isn't
I'm
that?
I'm so much stuff.
I do actually like want to.
Rephrase that.
I do actually want to touch on that because I know like other dumb people. I've been reading dumb articles literally this past week where people have literally been saying that it's just like critical race theory and being fucking dumb as shit. But like,
Thank God for Ron DeSantis for stopping that.
shut the fuck.
I didn't understand a word of that, but I don't know if I wanted to.
Only Floridians know that, and I thank God for Ron
No, it's
DeSantis.
Flow Riders to you.
Flow Riders, sorry.
We talking about blow and
I think a lot of. Are we just gonna go political? A lot of stuff too.
I mean, not really. We just like we touched on
We're
it.
just gonna go to
they
Flavor
want
Town
viewers,
right now.
Harley. They want viewers.
We're gonna go to Flavortown. That's exactly where we're going, to Flavortown. But
We need to make fun of each party so then we don't take a shot.
we need to make fun of each
the
party
way to
so
do it.
not any of them are having too much fun.
Orange man bad.
I like the
Old
Cheetos
man
guy.
touches little girl's shoulders. There we go.
Sniffs hair.
Sniffs hair. He's a hair sniffer.
Hair sniffer.
I can smell the conditioner you use.
It smells
What is that?
party.
Especially dry shampoo.
Head
you
and
know.
Shoulders, the lavender one.
No, I can tell it's you grabbed your brother's. It's the Axe body spray.
Or you done disturbed me completely.
Or you? No, I smell the Old Spice
It's
head
that
and
I
body.
like that head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
Okay, I have a question. Does young guys even use Axe anymore? Do they even use Axe anymore?
If they
The
do,
only
here's the
time
thing.
we ever used Axe was to make them into flamethrowers. That was it.
No,
my
like
We always did
if they're using
If you
axe, they're
didn't
getting
do that,
roasted. Like if they're just like if you're using
literally,
axe, you can tell like no one talks about like people with axe body spray because solely they know to stay away. Like immediately they get the whiff and they're like oh and they're repelled.
It's my brothers when they were younger would just spray that shit. Everyone was like, "Y'all fucking stink."
You see, I
You
did
know,
that. I did
Oh.
that too because
the
that was
whole
the only
It's funny
shit.
where I actually saw like recent commercials about Axe body spray, and I'm like, do they not even know that their product is like not even for like
the
basically
only
guys?
reason
Either
it's
to make
used for is to cover up the smell of ass.
yeah.
Because nobody that wears Axe body spray actually takes a
Wipes it.
bath.
Well, a lot of people actually it used to be where Old Spice was the crap. Like they didn't like back in the day. Old Spice
Oh,
was
yeah.
for old people, but now
love
Back in the
Old
ancient
Spice.
times.
That's the preferred for everyone.
Yeah.
Even men, women, everybody. Women even
It
like to
is.
use Old Spice.
I like it
Women
organic.
also,
Old
as
Spice.
someone who works in a grocery store,
Yeah.
women also prefer male razors because they actually shave better than the women's razors.
They
They
do.
actually-
They
really
really
do.
do.
They actually
really
do a mean
smooth.
job.
Your legs, everything's smooth with its razors.
I actually didn't know that. I actually really didn't know that. That
Really?
really that goes
I
to
have twisters and I knew that.
oh my god. So and I'm gonna say this, like even like this was my first week back from streaming in a long while because I was like streaming at some points during the pandemic and then like I just got like entirely fucking depressed and I just stopped streaming.
That's been my biggest thing. I haven't actually streamed in a while myself, due to work and just trying to take some mental health breaks.
Yeah. Nah, like I just couldn't like feel creative or really get in front of the camera, and I think now I'm feeling a lot better with doing that shit. But I was in somewhat of a similar boat, and I really streamed for a long fucking while, like a year, I would say.
I can't stream because I can't make a logo out of Surf and Seamen.
Did you?
I'll work on something for you, sir.
Did you? And you've pitched it.
Just don't mind that it's wet.
Just don't mind that
he
the
should
logo's
put Seamen on top of a surfboard, but he won't do it.
just don't mind if the logo's a little sticky.
Yes.
just a single solitary sperm surfing.
No,
Speaking of
you know
Surf
what?
and Seamen,
It's
might as
Christian.
well hit a follow and stick around.
It's the entity of Christian, and his whole thing is like he is actual he's seaman, but much more humanized.
It's
Howdy.
better to be the other Seaman.
I'm not gonna. I'm not
mental
gonna.
capability of a sperm.
Or all the product of
Exactly.
Steaming anyway.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if like Surf's career takes off and he ends up pitching a show to like a network and everything, like a streaming service is just like about like a whole like animated show about like actual like seamen and they're like
Inside
have
of a
human
testicle.
qualities and everything like that. Yeah, pretty much like.
Testy City.
No, it's just like.
Oh my god.
Streaming Seamen, and it's based off of Rick and Morty.
And their biggest mission is to get to eggs. Biggest fucking mission. Like their whole lives. That's what they
Who would you
Yeah.
who would you want to be the main character, and who would you want them voiced by?
I think like honestly.
Seth Rogen.
No, I think Christian and I, like we would both be the leads, easily.
Oh my god.
I think
I think I would actually watch that. I think that'd be pretty funny.
We're just seamen like going around, doing human shit or like whatever seamen do in the balls.
Going to their jobs, getting home, kissing their sperm wives.
Kissing their sperm wives or sperm husbands.
No judgment.
They have an objective. It's not exactly get to an egg, but like some of them are pushed towards that, and they're like, I don't want to go that direction. I don't want to just be about going to the egg,
Yeah,
I want to
like
make life for myself.
you think every
Think outside the ball.
think outside the balls. Yeah, it says the box are telling you to think outside the balls.
Yeah, and then their worst enemy is Mountain Dew that kills Seamen.
Is that true?
It does lower the
Sperm count?
I
amount
drink
of
Mountain Dew all the
sperm
time, but I
count.
don't know what that does to a female. Though, so
But then again, there's a lot of things that lower our sperm count. But you know what? It's fine.
what is it? Boxers, I think, do that. If y'all wear boxers or anything like that, that also does it.
I've
Alright.
heard if
is
you
it-
have your cell phone in your front pocket,
God
it
Or
also
damn it.
whitey
does that.
tighties. I don't remember the like they're supposed to be whitey
Briefs.
tighties.
The manthons.
It's probably
Oh.
Brees because
Okay.
they cut off circulation in some. But now I gotta take mine off during podcast. God damn it.
You think we're doing this podcast on OnlyFans? Like,
Oh, I mean, are you getting good money for this? I mean, I want to know.
yeah.
That's that face. So,
The surf
I
is
don't
like,
like that he just looked straight down like that.
I mean, remember, you can take that pill. It always works. Go for that.
no, you know what? You could take that pill and it will always work all the way till you get to the hospital to have them pump all that shit out.
It's like you have one all the way until 3 hours 59 minutes and 59 seconds,
Are you talking about that
and then
pill?
as soon as it hits 4, it's like.
Time to go to the hospital.
You know what? I'd actually have a field day if I was a fucking dude. I'd probably do helicopter all the fucking time.
You know what?
I really think I would do helicopter all the fucking time. Like, does it really do that? I would just sit there and do
Yeah.
that all day long.
Yeah. Honestly,
At one point, like my ex actually got annoyed about that. I'm like, she's like, do the thing. I'm like, okay.
it was like,
then
okay,
it's
honey,
just
just for
moving.
you.
It's just
Truly,
moving.
y'all usually get out of a shower, and that's mainly kind of what y'all do. Especially if y'all have a significant other.
It's
Like,
like
y'all
a-
get out of the shower and you're automatically like, hey, and you're just. And my ex used
No.
to fucking do it to me.
I
He'd just
mean,
fucking
come
do it.
on. When
Literally,
you're on,
like, it's
when
the
you're on a, come on, when you're on a sports team and you get out of the shower and you don't have a sword fight with your bros, come on. Am I the only one?
Yeah,
No.
like on it.
Damn it.
It's like honestly, if you don't like get out of the shower and you're not like trying to
Listen.
suck each other off, like, are you really like that's?
Oh my god.
Listen, you took it a step too far. I was talking
No,
about
no.
sword fights.
Lightsaber
You know,
I was-
fight.
A
As in-
step.
no,
I took
it's
it
a
2
sword
knees
fight.
down
The
too
helicopter
far.
helped dry you
It's
off.
a gentleman's
I
fight.
took it
It's
down to
like,
my
"On God,
knees."
good sir.
Playing Guess Who's in My Mouth in the dark. That's exactly what the fuck they're playing in the fucking locker rooms. I knew that's what they were doing.
The
I knew
fuck?
that's what they were doing in high school.
Get,
Can we
They were
get
saying,
guess what's in
My
your
Mouth.
Can we get
Guess
back-
who? Guess
Can we-
who's in your mouth? Guess who? Not. You know,
Can we
guess
get
what?
back to gaming for Christ's sake?
literally
I
like
think this might be the first podcast that they actually edit.
well, it's just like they were just literally like, holy shit, can't believe we got that far. But
So Sea
anyways,
of Thieves, they had a really big update.
Well,
that was
actually-
fun.
actually, I do want to say like a couple things, especially well, I know we were talking about like me, like I actually want to talk about more of my streaming stuff real quick, but yeah, like I returned to full-time streaming. I will say, like, for one, like I was more surprised because I actually did a lot better than I thought I was gonna do, like on my return. So I was like really happy about that. Two, I will also say that I was like a lot more like worn, like I was worn out. Like I've actually really had to time my meals for other shit too.
Because you forget to eat sometimes.
You do, like, or you just like eat like shit on stream, and then you feel like shit on stream.
Because I mean, there's a lot of times
Stop
when
eating the damn door.
what? Piper, stop it. No, but sometimes, like, you know, depending on, you know, what you're streaming, what game you're streaming, you know, if it's something that you get really, you know, heavily involved in, whether it be, you know, I know that Harley streams a lot of Call of Duty, but she also streams a lot of also single player games as well,
Yeah.
and co-op and whatnot. You know, sometimes those things you you have all that at the forefront of your brain, and you're doing those things, and then sometimes you just lose track of time.
Exactly.
Literally, my manager at my stream literally sent me pizza. I didn't even know. He literally sent me pizza and said, fucking eat.
Was it like Uber Eats or like?
He literally sent me pizza and I didn't even know. He's like, go check your door. Go check my door and there's fucking pizza sitting on my porch.
Nice.
It was
That makes you,
ordered
like,
for me. And
A legit Twitch streamer. Like at that point, you're a legit Twitch streamer.
I am no. He just because he's
I
just
know.
really awesome, but he just because he was just like, you need to fucking eat. You're not fucking eating. I was like, I'm gonna eat eventually. He's like, you didn't. You've been on for like 3 hours and you still haven't eaten. I was like, you grab this pizza and just eat it on stream. Oh, I eat on stream. Fuck it. I do that all the time.
I do that. I literally do that. Like I've been doing that.
Enjoy
much
the
all week.
ASMR.
Yeah, I was
I'm
like,
not one that obviously I don't have a cam, so I don't stream, with a face cam. So I mean, I'm able to hide those, when I do stream, I'm able to hide that a little bit better. But yeah.
I used to before I got a camera. I would hide it.
Yeah,
But
like
I used to not have to wear makeup and shit either. And then
was it just because you got a camera, or was it just because like?
Yeah, just because I got a camera. I'm
Just the
very weird
camera.
about that. I do not take pictures without filters. I like my makeup on. I'm one of those girls.
Okay.
The funny thing is that whenever I'm playing games, then like, because someone had a clip of me from like my last stream, and I was just like, playing games, I make like stupid faces, and it's just like,
I have noticed.
because like basically like whenever I stare at the screen, my face is focused, and I'm just like my eyes are the only thing that are tracking, so it's like my face is still, and it looks really weird. It's called my focus face, apparently. That
Yeah, I was gonna
people
say, yeah, I've noticed that.
And when you
like-
rage, you have that expression for the rage too. I've seen that.
Yep, I go like, backwards Saiyan, like, instead of like Super Saiyan, you go like, fully
Inward,
powered. It's
like-
just like I like lose a couple brain cells. I wanted to say the other word, but not I can't. Matthew has forbidden me.
What is that? What have I forbidden you from doing?
You know what you forbid me from doing.
What did I? Well, no. What was the context? Like,
I'm interested.
It was the whole reason why we had to redo Caleb's podcast.
Oh, Caleb's. Oh yeah. Yeah, no, because
don't
like,
leave us hanging there. Come on.
no,
We'll
like,
find out later.
no, I
yeah,
mean,
you tell us later. Tell us later.
no, it's just like it's
Find out on our Patreon.
Find out on Patreon. Wow, did a actually like promotion. Nah, it's not like it's just like kind of like especially when you're doing other shit like you're like streaming and everything like that. Like he got like really drunk and everything like that, and it was like a little bit more drunk, and it's just like he just like slipped and everything. He said like, well, no, actually no, this was the Caleb one. No,
I did not say the N word.
You didn't. No, that's.
Let's clarify. Yeah, let's clarify.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
He just was like. He just.
It
said,
may look like I did, but I didn't.
That's not what. That's not what he's saying. That's not what he's saying.
no, you just said like the.
I'm just saying from this look.
Like, but it was just more like he like slipped, and it was just like it was like a fucking mistake and everything. It was just like other shit like that.
I made my apology on Twitter and everything. Like I apologize to my fans. I donated to it.
Like the the big streamers do and stuff like that. Like
Yep, I donated to a charity. I did some volunteer work. Yeah, and then I went out doing cocaine.
Like the whole thing about the expressions is the same thing. I can't hide my expressions.
I did the
It's
cocaine.
really difficult to hide my
I
expressions.
did the cocaine.
Like when I'm just my faces all the time. I've got the weirdest fucking expressions all the time.
But even on this note, it's like the one thing is too. It's just like when you're streaming and everything else, it's like you're putting your personality out there. Like you have to people have to understand you are putting your personality out there, and you're consistently under scrutiny, and someone will literally just like I don't want to see anyone like actually getting canceled for like shit they don't deserve to, especially it was just like other shit there was just like people don't mean like other shit, and it's just like oh hey, or if they actually do fuck up, they apologize, move on, end of story. Like not like trying to make it like a whole big thing, or unless it actually is like a real fucking problem, and
well, right there, what you're talking about is cancel culture, and that's a big thing. A big part of the internet right now is cancel culture. If someone makes even the slightest mistake, someone gets butthurt, someone gets offended, and then when one person gets offended, then the people that they surround themselves with or their community then flock to cancel that person that offended the one person that they support.
Yeah,
it's more than half the time just basically being like people just getting overly offended by like the smallest thing, and then getting a group of people that they think find a similar viewpoint of them, and then they go and try to cancel this person. When
They go,
the
oh,
easiest,
hey,
And they did
this
it.
the
person did
easiest
that
thing for
late.
them to do is just like, okay, you know what? I didn't like that. I'm just not gonna watch your
Well,
content.
you know, but
Yeah.
if it's like it depends. If there was like a real issue, like you always have to look into more of like the overall like things, like what is actually going on. But like people like leap to judgments and everything. Actually, I'll tell you about something that I was really pissed about, and like no one talks shit about like the audience and other shit. I don't know if you heard about like John Mulaney, but he actually recently like went back to rehab and everything like that. He like relapsed over shit with like cocaine and like other drugs, and I think it was just cocaine.
Cocaine's a
but-
hell of a drug.
but like he was like he went to rehab, everything else, like he got clean, he like sobered back up, all that shit. He's back out, like, you know, performing again, but he got divorced. And then everyone like on TikTok, I guess, was trying to make like a bunch of shit where it's just like, something was sus, or John Mulaney is this or that just because he got a divorce. I was like,
He's
fucking
sus.
are you fucking kidding me?
God
What a
forbid somebody
sussy
goes through
boy.
something that's tragic.
People have nothing else to do. They're fucking.
You
bored.
literally jump down like their fucking throat for what? For what? Like, you don't make something that isn't there. Like, that was their shit, their relationship, whatever happened. And it was apparently reported that they even got like divorced before he even really went to rehab. So it's just like everyone's like talking about like other shit. It's like these are real people that go through real shit, and they're not monsters like you make everyone out to be. But like the fact that you want to make a monster out of everyone and you don't evaluate everything, that's super fucked up. That's why people are on this shit, because like they're under scrutiny, they're under pressure. People like this make these shitty things, and these think these these people are just like, you know, they're not people, and they treat them as such, and they want to quote unquote cancel them like they're a fucking like show or some other shit and everything, because they see them as just entertainment. They're not. They're actually fucking people.
They do that with show shit too. They cancel those as well.
It
just
depends.
because they say something they don't like.
Or just like it depends. Like I look at it as like what is actually like canceled, or just like how people really do handle like shit like that. Like it really just depends on what like they're talking about, what actually happened, what is like, because the truth of the matter is, like, as time goes on for everything else, people are gonna look back on shit as like, fuck, that didn't age well. And that's like whatever like kind of creator that you are and everything, like there's gonna be a lot of that shit that just will happen, and that's gonna be a natural thing. And like it sucks to admit that, because like even being a creator, you don't want to create something that's like gonna age, or just like, fuck, I could have like maybe not done that, that may have not like, but you
But
know.
see, here's the thing with that. People are constantly growing. People are
Yeah.
constantly changing, you know, from viewpoints on certain things to you know, the way they act, the way they talk, the way, you know, just your viewpoint on society, your viewpoint on the world. And back to what you're talking about with John Mulaney, you know, he's a human being. He's allowed to go
is.
through things. And because he's under that eye of scrutiny, because of him being a celebrity, because of him being whatever, you know, it sucks, you know, that he's gone through rehab, and, you know, wish him the best, and hope that,
Yeah.
you know, he you know, fixes that, and, you know, that he goes on to be happy. But, you know, because he's under that eye of scrutiny, you know, people sometimes have do things to take the edge off of that, because
Yeah.
they are under such scrutiny.
And it's also the pandemic too. Like the pandemic affected a lot of fucking people, and like he sounds like he was going through some shit, and just like that, a lot of stuff can actually trigger like a relapse and everything like that. It's like,
I mean,
shit
with a
isn't
lot
easy.
of that, you know, as celebrities, you know, some of, you know, people like, you know, comedy, stage actors, and, you know, these jobs that are a forefront of entertainment, you know, musicians, whatever.
Yeah.
Their main sources of income, they're, you know, they go into, you know, I'm going to do music for a living, I'm going to do comedy for a living, I'm going to do whatever for a living. You know, then a global pandemic happens and everything shuts down.
Yeah.
They have no way of making a living anymore.
Yeah, and they don't have that outlet, that creative outlet. And you know, like I feel this a lot too, and I'm pretty sure that like I bet you guys have also felt something similar. When I'm not like creating shit, there is a kind of like, I would say like a void, and I'm kind of I don't know what to do with like certain shit, and there's like a lot more like other feelings and other shit, because I'm not channeling a lot of my energies into other shit. I'm like, I'm a fuck, like I have a lot of other like issues. and like even really creating and doing all that stuff, like it makes so much more of a difference when we don't do that shit. It's like
It definitely can affect your mental
it
health.
affects it like quickly, quickly. You know, and even like this past week of just really just streaming in general, I've been like feeling great that I've been doing it. And you know, like I'm trying to figure out other stuff that I want to do for my career, and like, you know, I'm now a writer for Runeterra CCG, and you know, like I'm trying to be like in esports. I'm gonna play in a big ass tournament tomorrow. You know, I'm trying to like balance all this shit, how that like actually goes, and really building all this shit. You know, and even running the fucking show with Surf and everything. But like, it can be like, you know, you're trying to figure all that stuff out. But when you're not doing that, it's like everything else just like comes back to the surface if it's like unresolved or like you haven't been attending to it.
Your brain has too much time to think, basically.
Yeah.
And go into things that you really don't want to be thinking about.
Exactly. And the pandemic was like that time where everyone was like doing that. So
Notice like with the pandemic, a lot more people decided to go towards streaming. A
Yeah.
lot of them put, yeah, because around the pandemic too, like I did the same thing. I just had to get a camera, which mind you, I used to stream before that too,
yeah.
but couldn't even get a camera, couldn't get shit. The Elgato, everything like that was completely sold out for over 2 weeks because of the fact that people over here were just buying them like crazy.
Yeah.
They had nothing else to do.
And then when everything shut down and all these companies started, you know, working from home,
Yeah.
you know, parts for computers and everything started, you know, going like crazy, you know. I was lucky enough, I mean, recently, I've only actually had my PC for the last, I don't know, 3 months, luckily.
Yeah.
But, you know, between graphics cards and everything like that, you know, with the
Yeah.
pandemic, everyone started working from home. Everyone needed a computer. Everyone needed a camera for Zoom calls and everything like that. You know, it totally affected everything. You know, you'd think, oh, it's just a pandemic, you know, oh, you know, people are going to start wearing masks or whatever, but you don't
Yeah.
think about the other ways it affects, you know, everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it really like, I mean, it shapes, I mean, like all that shit really is yeah, I mean, you know, it just like it takes a big toll. And you know, yeah, I'm at a loss for words for that actually.
Until you sit back and think about it, you really don't realize how much something like that can affect
when
everything.
shuts down, you are forced to kind of like feel that shit, which sucks.
I don't drink this, but no, I've been drinking way too much. I'll be right back.
Okay. That was something.
I bought a Nintendo Switch.
Which Switch did you get though? Like, do you actually have it now?
It comes on Sunday.
Oh, dude.
You should have waited. They were gonna announce a Pro.
Dude, my friend like hooked me up.
It don't matter if it ain't announced a Pro or not. It's gonna be more expensive than the regular one, and I don't want a Pro.
You don't want a Pro?
I don't
So
need a Pro.
what games are you gonna get for it?
Mario Kart.
You need to get Smash Bros.
Yeah.
Settle some stuff in Smash, and then I'm
I'll
gonna
definitely
play
play you
Super
on
Smash
Smash.
Bros.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna get
Smash my bros.
I'm gonna smash my bros.
Welcome to Smash Bros. The Smash Bros. Bus.
Oh my god.
No, like.
And then I'm gonna play that fighting Pokemon game or whatever Pokemon game they remastered because all the new ones, shit.
Yeah.
All the new Pokemon games are shit.
You have to.
There is a the old Diamond and Pearl remakes coming out at the end of the year.
I did like Diamond and Pearl. I personally would like to have like, because I know they remastered one for the 3DS or something like that, for Gold and Silver, and I really liked Silver.
Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
Yeah, exactly.
Those, be prepared to pay a pretty penny for those. Those were those were pretty expensive, or have been pretty expensive up until recently.
I
40 or
mean, like
50
those are
bucks.
the only games that I want though. So it's like I don't really care, like, cause I'm like, it's not like if I had a PC or a PlayStation where I'm like, oh my god, I have a limitless amount of games that I can get. Where do I start? Nintendo, it's like, yeah, you have like 3 or 4
Well, they've got a lot of
solid
games, but
Mhm.
it's they've got such a wide variety of styles of games.
Yeah, but I mean, with the Nintendo Switch,
But like you
you
just
want
said,
like
you only want specifics.
yeah, you want the 3 or 4 like major ones, and then it's just
Mario,
like,
Zelda, and Pokemon.
yeah, exactly. It's like, I mean, I don't really need Zelda. It's
Yeah.
fine. Like, I
Did
know
you-
some of them are good.
Did you ever play
I
Zelda?
I did.
Breath of the Wild was really good.
I
Yeah.
actually have a funny story where I basically got kidnapped by like my older brothers when I was a freshman. And then my fraternity basically was forced to play Breath of the Wild. It was like at 4 in the morning where I drove these guys home when they were drunk, and I tried to leave, and they're like, "Nah, let's go play Breath of the Wild." Like,
Because what else are you gonna do at
okay,
4 in the morning? Sleep?
I mean, God forbid sleep. Yeah, exactly.
fucking nerd.
It's time
You
for
go to
Breath of the
bed.
Wild.
Breath
Yeah.
of the Wild. The Breath of the
The
Wild.
Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, only thing I bought for Nintendo Switch because I let my kids play it majority more than I do is DC Universe.
Ooh.
I actually bought that.
That's that online MMO, isn't it?
Yes, fucking love it. I got it for that, and I have it for PS4.
I've never played that.
Fucking, I love it. Making a villain and making a hero.
Yeah.
I
Yo,
got peer pressured into getting it, and then now I've worked so much this week, I basically just pay it off in 1 week.
nice.
Dude, I didn't even tell you the whole thing. I went to work this morning, and like one of our newest workers just basically just walked out.
Yeah, well, yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, he just straight up walked out after 2 catering orders, and like he came in 30 minutes late. Literally didn't have to worry about the catering orders. He just had to worry about opening the damn store, and then like he's so far behind, and our KL is like, "Yo, dude, like, what's going on? Like, you got to be able to multitask." And he's like, "I can't do like 5 things at once." And he's like, which is like, dude, when people yell at me, they yell at me all the time, like for the same type of shit. But like, I get it. I can't do 5 things at once. But the dude only had to worry about opening the store. Like, he didn't have to worry about anything. And he just straight up was just like, "All right, I'm gone. I'll leave." He just grabbed his stuff and just left. I'm like,
That's a major problem I feel like with a lot of people nowadays is they've lost
like nobody wants
their
to
work
work,
ethic.
man. Like, it's
Yeah.
funny. Dude, you know what's so funny? Is the dude was older than me. Like, he was in his late 20s, and I'm like, he's like, he used to work at Red Lobster, and like he said he left because he had a problem with the management. I'm like, yeah, now I know what the problem with the management was. They had a problem with you. Like, they
Yeah.
like, you don't want to work.
That's what most
So,
is,
yeah.
they can sit there and tell you no piercings, no hair color, no stuff like that. People are like, "Oh, well, then I don't want to work there." It's their prerogative to state those things for a reason.
Yeah.
They're a face of a company. They don't want
Yeah, I mean, like, a lot of companies are being more open about it, though.
They
Like, I
have
remember,
been starting to steer.
They're starting to be okay with tattoos.
They
like, I
have started
remember
steering more towards that
Publix.
because you can't nowadays. You know, you can't really look at somebody and based off of their outward appearance really judge the kind of work ethic that they are going to have.
Do you guys know what Publix is?
Yeah, it's a grocery store.
Yeah, in Florida. It's like a very popular grocery store all across of Florida. And basically, when I worked there for about 3 years, they were really, really anal about, like, you can't have facial hair there. Like, you can't have facial hair or like any like tattoos like on your arms or anything like that.
Yeah.
Any day where I shaved, and I'm Italian, so like I grow stubble literally the next day, and I shave one day, I go in and I don't shave, and then they're like, "Oh, you got some stubble there." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm Italian. Like, what of it?" They're like, "Oh, you need to go in and shave." They literally made me buy razors and go and shave in the bathroom. I was like,
Wow.
In a CNA,
Publix is very much known for their front of house, so to speak. They're
Yeah.
they're known for their customer service.
Yeah,
Their
and then
customer service is supposed to be above.
you're actually able to grow facial hair and like have more tattoos. Like they're like starting to change a lot more. So a lot of people, like a lot of places are, changing ever so
Nursing has a
slowly.
little bit of that. We're not supposed to have tattoos because the elderly don't find it comfortable, which is bullshit because they do not care. They love the fact that, like, for me, I work nights when I worked in a nursing home. They love the fact that I change my hair color like every month. They fucking loved it, but the company didn't
Yeah.
like it, which I didn't give a fuck anyway. The point.
But
They basically loved it every time. They loved it, the new shit every time. Same with tattoos. Only one person in that entire place fucking hated it, and he was also racist and he was a dick.
Yeah.
That's the point.
the goddamn racist.
But no, he would sue the person. He sued the manager of the whole fucking nursing home and said he even put a restraining order on him, and he's still in his building.
Wow.
Yeah, like they can't make him leave, and he's that big of a dick, like for nothing, just anything he could come. He was also very weird against a lot of girls like me. He would touch me, like he would like rub my arm and shit like that, and I was like he couldn't move, he couldn't get out of the bed, he couldn't do any of that. But it wasn't the point. It was the point of like when he grabbed my hair or when he just touched my arm, and I'm like, no,
Can you not?
Yeah.
can you not? Like I flat out told him, I said, don't touch me. And we're not supposed to talk to people like that. We're not supposed to talk to them like that. We're supposed to be monotone and fucking like, oh, are you okay? Are you having a good day? I'm so glad. Oh, you touched me. Oh, that's cool. Fine. No,
I would have
not like that.
just farted his coffee.
I straight up told him, do not touch me. As if you touch me again, I'm leaving. Straight up, I'm walking out of this room.
If you touch
And
me,
they
I'll
kept-
fart your coffee.
Only person he would ask for is me, and he called me Blondie when my hair wasn't dyed. So yeah.
What is actually your natural hair color though?
Dirty blonde.
Dirty blonde. Okay.
You dirty
Uh,
blonde.
It started to go brown after a while, just dark brown, but
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Cool shit.
Naturally, it's been teal, it's been purple, it's been green, it's been blue, it's been pink.
The red and purple looks really good though.
Yeah.
This is so much fucking work. You have to wash your hair.
Actually,
You have to split it to wash your hair. You have to separate. Like you put one ponytail in this hair, wash this side. Put a ponytail in this side, wash this side.
what other people do is literally they assume that like you dye your hair and for some reason that's cheap, but I was like, or like even tattoos or like anything else, they always like I feel like there's always been like a sort of cheapness that's been associated with that. I was like, that shit's like fucking expensive.
Tattoos are expensive.
People assume it to be trash.
Yeah, they assume it to be trash, but it is expensive.
Done by a hairstylist is my best friend, thank God, because she gives me discount for what she does for my hair.
Yeah.
And she experiments on me, so that's usually how that goes. So yeah, and tattoos, I never paid for these. These are the only tattoos I have, and I never paid for them. My best friend did.
I have 2 tattoos. They cost roughly about $250 total for both.
Damn.
The thing with tattoos though is they become very addictive.
Yes,
After you get your tattoos, you want
Just
more.
like cocaine.
Because I want one all the way down here with Doctor
really?
Who, Harley Quinn, and Rogue.
I would love a half sleeve. I really would love a half
See,
sleeve.
I would love to do full sleeve, but like I'm a little bitch and I don't want to get started. And also I'm broke as shit. Looks like so much.
Same. So I'm like,
but I will say,
mm-hmm.
being like a bitch is like the more presiding reason of why I wouldn't do it. It's not like.
Are you afraid of needles?
No, I would feel it, and I would scream, and they'd be like,
I
"I didn't know they were tattooing a girl today."
It really isn't that bad. It really isn't, because I got mine on my wrist, and people were like, "Oh, you're gonna freak out." First off, I have a high pain tolerance, so big deal. But it's the fact of like when they were tingly on it.
You've also gone through childbirth.
Look, both my kids, I was drugged up, both of them. So I didn't feel shit. For the second child, I felt the contractions, but that's it. Okay. Other than that, Nope.
Now, for me, for tattoos, both of the ones that I got on roughly close to the same spot on the same arm. It really feels like almost like a cat scratch in the same spot repeatedly.
Mine just feels tingly. It's just tingly.
But it's nothing that, and I'm a bitch. I will flat out say it. I'm a bitch with pain. I do not have that high of a pain tolerance. I have an okay pain tolerance, but it was not bad.
See?
So if basically what I say is, if I can get a tattoo, anybody can get a tattoo. My mom, who is
My mom
not,
got one.
my mom got a tattoo, and at first when I told her that I wanted one, she actually got her tattoo about 2 weeks before I got my first tattoo. She only has one, but she got hers on her ankle, and it was like right on the bone, and she said that it was uncomfortable, but she said it wasn't anything she could.
Yeah. My mom hates needles, and she got one right on the top of her foot, and she said it hurt like a bitch, but she still withstood it, and that's
Because
actually
once it's done, then you get to have that forever, And that's what's cool about it, is like, very temporary pain for something that's, you
She
get to
said
keep
the
forever.
piercing of her belly button was worse than her tattoo on her foot,
Uh-huh.
and that's surprising. About you? You got any tattoos, Seamen?
I want to get a tattoo. I just haven't decided like what or where. Because
That's the thing. Sorry, go ahead, sir.
I mean, like, I have a lot of ideas,
Yeah.
for sure. It's always just like taking that first step, and it's just like, I don't want like, the thing is, I don't want to get a tattoo and then regret it in like 10 years. Like,
Get a Seamen.
Yeah.
Surfing Seamen. Do it.
Not, but like an actual SEA.
no,
Yeah.
I would
Not a
literally get a QR code on my thigh, and then it would be just open up to YouTube, and then it's just gonna rickroll you.
like while you're having sex. Like she pulls out her phone. Oh, what's this code?
Oh my god, if legit, like, if you're having sex and your partner just like literally pulls out their phone, stop. You clearly
ADD.
and like no, not even like there was a phone call, like a notification. If they're just get on their phone, pull out, stop it, just you're done.
Get some help.
Like you're not doing
Stop
something.
it. Get some help.
Like.
I mean, my thing is okay.
We know where their priorities lie.
I don't know if I did this with you, Surf, or somebody else, but I was like, if anybody, I have the turtle sex sounds on my sound alerts on my Twitch. And I told them, I said, if y'all ever have sex with a girl that makes those fucking sounds, please let me fucking know. Like, let me know. They were like, nah, I'd just be fucking gone if she started making those fucking sounds.
It's not that girl, it's the guy. He's just going into Pound Town. You say,
No, it's just like, oh, no, it's just literally like, no, literally you're just like going in for the first time and you're just like, hey, it's been forever.
You just finished already?
No, just like, oh.
If she continues to make the fucking sound of,
oh my god.
Like it's spaced out the entire time, you're just like, what?
Just two turtles doing some slow fucking. And they're so slow, so they're not pulling out.
So, anyways,
God,
I mean,
oh my god.
yeah, like, did you guys both start out like streaming COD? Because it's just like, I've met all of you guys through COD. Corey, I played Fortnite with you for hours on end for like ever once.
Which
like,
we need to
met.
get back to at some point.
All right. I mean, like, listen. I mean, I don't know. I feel like right now I'm just bored with a lot of games. I say that a lot during the podcast, but then you'll see me play games
Constantly
like,
playing Call of Duty.
Yeah.
I click your name and it says has been playing for 4.5 hours.
We don't talk about that.
Call him out.
It's actually like a problem. It's an addiction.
Did I say you can discuss that here?
It is what it is.
It is what it is. But I mean, like, the thing is, I know you guys stream it a lot, and it's just like, it's like, I feel bad for Harley sometimes because it's hard. Like, as a female streamer, all the time I see, like, I play with you all the time, so it's like, female dishwasher.
Yeah, slut.
Oh my
Make
god!
me a sandwich.
It's a female
Make me
game.
sandwich.
No.
Was...
They literally see it and they're just like, "Oh my god, a female gamer! I'm a gamer. That means I can have sex with her. Oh my god!"
No, actually, the complete
worse.
opposite.
They shit
It's
on
like
them
literally,
and treat them
and
like
then
they're
like we actually had a
garbage.
guy today just be like, "What's up, baby girl?"
No, little girl.
Oh yeah, little girl.
Little girl.
And then he was
you.
literally commenting on her stream. Hey, I see you, little girl.
Like me and Surf were saying, that's views. Keep on, bro. Keep on. I mean, like,
Audience
Yeah, like-
members should be getting canned. Did you ban them?
No,
my
I literally
mod
just-
did for a second. My mod did for a second, and then brought him back because I told him, I said, unless he's not saying something really fucking bad, don't worry about it. Because guess what? He's viewing for me. Fuck it. Just let him
It's helping
continue.
you. It's helping you. Honestly,
I called
it's
the
helping
FBI. He's on a watch
Yeah.
list. Don't worry.
No, my thing is, like, if I, okay, for instance, like, say if I get, like, I've done it before. Let's say if I get 10, 11 kills. I take care of a whole fucking team and do something, whatever. The guys even get worse. They shit on even, they get pissed off. And they go
Yeah.
off of me. Fucking slut.
It's
Don't worry
because
about
they
it.
can't accept that a girl is better than them, and that's the
I'm-
problem.
I
You know,
mean, like-
there are countless.
Listen,
There are
just
like,
just
countless
because I was
girls that are
sucking dick
better.
and I was still kicking your ass and everything does not mean I deserve those insults. You're just that garbage.
No,
I mean-
I just we just go, yeah, yeah.
The
Like when he
thing
called
is,
me a
like,
slut,
the whole
we're
hatred of
sexing
Call
you,
of
bro.
Duty is still there. Like,
Yeah.
whether you're a guy or a girl, but I feel like just because you're a girl, you get that extra treatment of, like, you're not supposed to be here. You're supposed to be washing my dishes or making me a sandwich. Like,
God
I just
forbid.
come
What
up
are you
with something more
doing here?
original. Come up with something better.
You
like
know,
literally every time, whenever I'm playing with Ash or a Harley, it's the same goddamn shit every time,
Yep.
and it's just like,
Shut the fuck.
what are you
up.
doing?
As someone who when
And
as
like, I
he was
get it.
saying
You
about
take
Ash,
it like you take it to like, you don't take it to heart. I'm sorry, I was like taking it that way, but that's not what it was at all. It was like, you take it you take it with a smile, or you just be, oh, thank you, you're so cute, like this, that, and the other thing. But like, I feel like for your audience, like it gets annoying after a while, and it's just like, it's just like, you know what? I'm just gonna mute them. Like,
Well,
just don't give them the attention.
I mute him, or my followers will sit there, pop in, and go. It sounds like a small dick energy. They'll throw that in there. They'll literally throw that in there. It sounds like small dick energy. It is. It's fine. It's
Yeah,
fine.
I mean,
I
like,
could care less.
I feel bad because, like, at the same time, it kind of limits your content because I mean, like, nobody really wants to hear the same thing over and over and over.
it's
and
toxic
over and
Well,
over.
masculinity is what it
And
is.
I just,
It
I have
really
my friends
is.
that are with me. That's it. I mean, like, if like you, surfing here with me and people like that, and we're interacting and stuff like that, I usually mute the other team and just like to listen to the toxicity comes from my side to their side. So it's perfectly
Yeah.
fine.
Exactly.
That's what you keep me around for. Let's just be honest.
Exactly. Especially when he starts saying shit straight to me. Yeah. Yeah. What was it you said to him about him calling little girl and you're like, yeah, that's me, or some shit?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'd be like, he's like, yeah, little girl. I'm like, yeah. What's up? I identify. What's going on?
See, that's how Surf has been, even when he's played with us and Ash.
Oh,
Is he likes to take that and redirect it to himself, so that way whoever he's playing with doesn't have to feel that negative energy.
I could take all of it. Like, I can understand you guys can probably take it as well, but like, I enjoy it. I'm like, dude, fucking come at me. Like, I'm on the top of the leaderboard. I'm smacking you, and I'm making fun of myself. What do you got to go on, basically? You got nothing. Okay.
Exactly.
You
yeah.
call
Unless we're playing
me.
Warzone, and then he just gets pissed off and has to keep going after the same person.
You say I suck dick, and I'm like, you know what? What's wrong with sucking dick? All right, I'm still
Yeah.
kicking your ass.
It's
All
like,
right.
well, you know what? Just wait till
Yes! Surf, you gotta make the choke
Just
sound next
literally-
time.
just
Sorry, Mr. Mudbone. I got you. Don't worry. Mr. OG. Sorry, Mr. OG Mudbone. Don't look him up.
what the fuck?
I don't even want to know.
I'll send something in the chat for later. Don't worry.
That's the Patreon episode.
But I mean, I see you guys both play single player games from time to time too. You and Corey, you play like you have a PlayStation, Corey. I've seen that you've played like exclusive stuff on there. You seem like you have a lot of fun on there. I feel like you guys would definitely love Dead by Daylight.
I have played Dead by Daylight. I have not played it on
I'm
stream.
gonna try it. I haven't played it yet.
I feel
But,
like you guys for stream would be a lot of fun. I feel like Corey actually would be like, I know you probably say you're a little bitch, but I feel like you could be a good horror game, like,
I really
streamer.
do enjoy horror games. I
Mhm.
have streamed Little Nightmares in the past. I've streamed a few other things. But yeah, I definitely do enjoy horror games. I actually recently just played, not on stream. I actually want to go back and restream some of these games later. But I really enjoy the Resident Evil franchise. Resident Evil 8, I thoroughly enjoyed. Thought it was a great game, and I actually plan on at some point when I get a capture card for my PC, I actually want to go back and do a playthrough of Resident Evil 8 on my stream.
I do want to get a capture card as well. I mean, like for me, like I stream a lot of like obviously my Call of Duty, Fortnite, all the
You've
competitive
also
stuff
been streaming a
because
lot of For Honor recently as well.
well, anything that's basically really competitive. For Honor is still extremely toxic and competitive, but
Yeah.
I used to suck at that game, but I've actually learned a bit more about it and got good. And it's like I kind of like it's hard for me like because I enjoy single player stuff too. I did a little bit of I'm not For Honor, I'm an idiot. Jedi Fallen Order,
Oh yeah.
and I thought about doing Alien Isolation for a stream. But I've always wanted to see, what game, that I would actually like to do, like, a single player co-op, like story mode. And I know you, Corey, were doing with Ash at one point that one game that
It
just
takes
came out.
two.
It takes
Um,
two, which
we,
looks fun.
haven't had a chance
It
to. Me
is.
and Ash have not had a chance to finish it, but it is very fun.
Yes, it
It's
is.
one of those games. It was created by the
Which game was
same.
it?
It
It
takes.
It
takes
takes two.
Oh.
It's very like it's almost cartoon slash like cartoon-ish to a point. Basically, the premise of the story is you play as these two dolls. One's made out of clay, one's made out of yarn, but they're embodiments of a little girl's parents who are actually, they're getting divorced. So this is the way this game is basically it's them coming back together, them remembering why they were married, why they're there for their child, stuff
figuring
like
things
that.
out, stuff like that. It's really amazing.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to finishing it at some point here in the near future. But
I
it's
mean,
actually
just for
made by the
me,
same people or the same company that made a game called Away. I think it's called A Way Out. It's like a co-op prison escape game.
Oh,
I'd
yeah,
love to Way
they
Out.
made that
I played that
too?
shit.
It's made by the
I didn't
same
know these
people.
I didn't realize that.
yeah, like I kind of wanted to do a stream where it's basically with a bunch of, like our friend group, like just not myself, and it's just more laid back. It's not like where it's like in Call of Duty or Fortnite,
Toxic
which
and
is like toxic and competitive, because like I definitely thrive in those for sure, but at the same time, I do want that sense of like a single player relaxed session, but it's just
having fun.
it's having fun for sure.
Yeah.
And it sucks because like when I've streamed before, and I've done it for Fallen Order, where I play and I don't get like a lot, like I get people who watch, but I don't get like a lot of reaction, and I just hate sitting there like trying to like make content or like trying like forcing myself to say something so it's not boring on stream.
Keep
And
talking.
We'll see what I hope I'm not speaking like for myself, but obviously, I'm always down for anything whenever you want to, and I'm sure Harley and Matteo are
yeah,
as well.
it's more of just trying to find the game I want to do. Like I want to do for sure is a drunk Uno night session.
Oh, I do too.
I'm wanting to. I had to
Harley
do
literally just had one of those the other night.
Yeah, we would.
It was so much
one.
fun. It was
Yeah.
so much fun.
Oh, I had when I was plastered to fucking playing Uno, but no, I
She
couldn't
was
invite all
so
kinds of
mad at
people.
me. I kept switching it around and making her draw 4 and changing the color. She was
Ruins
cussing
friendship.
me.
Ruins fucking friendship.
Uno does ruin friendship.
It does.
Yeah,
It
but just
does.
like something
Golf
of
with
that,
friends.
something to that, yeah, golf with friends too, like something of that nature where we can just like basically play games, but then just have conversations where it's just like,
Bullshit and make fun of each other.
Hey, do you wax your butthole and everything? Because I started doing that shit, and honestly, like, I didn't think those hairs were that deep, and now I just have, like, it's just fucking...
I can't tell if this is a bit
the
or
whole crack in the ass
serious.
is red, and, like, I'm just chafing more than...
I love how Surf can look so dead serious, and he's just like,
But
No, like if you saw his eyes, like that's the thing. He's hiding his eyes, but if like
Uh-huh.
when I can like look Surf
The
in the
eyes are a
eyes, he
window
can't
to
do
the
he can't
soul.
do that. He just ends up like smiling every
the
fucking
eyes are the
time.
window to the soul.
Let me
Soul. He
let,
has soul.
I don't have a soul.
See?
I mean, if you had one, they would be.
Yeah.
If you had one, they'd be the window to your non-existent soul.
It's dark.
I lost my soul.
But back to the whole like sort of talking about playing games and having conversations
Yeah.
and stuff. A lot of like the games that me and Surf would play for hours of Fortnite or whatever we would play. I mean, me and him would literally just have conversations about the most random, off the wall, like deep shit, like deep
Dude,
conversations,
I
whatever.
remember that one game where we had like one of the we had like a really really deep conversation about life, and we end up like just being like at the end of the game we're like, wait, we won the game.
Yeah,
Like
we
we were
literally
like super distracted.
we would be
Like we didn't
super
even know.
we would be super
Like we were getting
focused.
kills too. It's not like we were like distracted too. We were just like
We would
getting
be
kills
super
and just
focused
like
on the game, and we couldn't win. We could not win to save our life. But
Yeah.
then, by God, we would literally just be having these conversations, and
yeah.
we'd win match after match after match after match, and it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean like that I feel like another problem with games like that is like skill-based matchmaking ruined it because it's like the higher you win and the higher skill you have, you're gonna be put into lobbies with people with great like equal or greater skill level, and you
That's from
have to give
cheaters.
or cheaters, and you
Mhm.
have to be more focused on the game than rather than the actual content
Right.
of what you're making of Twitch. Like it's just like you have to like be like, okay, I'm like, okay, give me a second, I'm playing. There's two down. Gotta.
We do that. We do
Okay, it's
that
like
the whole
But see,
time.
I see a lot of like some of like the really successful streamers, Pokimane, Nick Merckx, Tim the Tap Man. A lot of them, they have built communities not just with their audiences but with other streamers
Yeah.
where they are able to go into some of these. Yes, we're talking about wanting to do more like the single player co-ops and stuff, but
yeah,
they've built their whole um, channels and their communities and stuff off of Call of Duty, Valorant,
Yeah.
Fortnite, whatnot,
a lot of
where
them I
they
feel like are
play.
Halo for sure. That where they started, even
Well, I
before
mean,
that.
correct,
Halo.
but I'm talking like right now, like what you
Oh,
see a
I
lot of
mean
them
like right
playing
now. The
is
thing is, it's funny.
Warzone, Fortnite, Valorant,
It's funny
and
because they all used to be Fortnite. They all used to be under the same game, which was I feel like a great time because basically you had like all your favorite streamers basically playing one game, but you get the different perspective of like Tfue, who would be like the cracked out like uh not even hothead, but like
Dang
the
it, sir.
the
We are
the
filming
cracked
this
out
at midnight.
like really good player, and then you got Tim the Tap Man, who's not like the best, but like he's funny as hell.
He's there
And
for the
then
comedic relief, and I
yeah,
mean,
he's
he
there
does
for the
have some
comedic
good
relief.
gameplay too. He has
And
some good gameplay too, though.
you know what's funny is Fortnite actually brought some of my favorite streamers and like actually had like people who I never thought would play together, like because like I was a big fan of the Vanoss crew, and then like Wildcat, basically I do work, and Terrorizer, all of them like started playing with Courage, Tim the Tapman, and like Nitmerks and all of them. Like I never thought like they would like be like in the same like vicinity since they're like YouTubers and streamers, and like they actually make like some of the funniest shit like
A lot
together.
of the streamers and YouTubers now are crossing over,
Yeah, no,
and
there's
it's also TikTok is another major thing that people use to get themselves out there.
YouTube basically has no income for like any content creators and stuff like that. It's all when it comes to Twitch, but then Twitch basically like is so heavily on top of people when it comes to censoring shit. It's just like that gray area of just like
Yeah, well,
streaming all day
well,
and then
like
making their content later.
they both are. It's just in different ways, and like one's more inconsistent than the other, and other shit of that nature. But like,
YouTube is just like fucking.
See, I see a lot of with some of the streamers that I mean I don't follow them heavily, but I follow some of them on Twitter and whatnot. But like Valkyrie, Corpse Husband, um, Sakuno, you
Jacksepticeye.
know, Valorant, they exactly Jacksepticeye.
I
Jacksepticeye
haven't
is more on the
followed the
YouTube side.
Jacksepticeye as much.
Jacksepticeye is more on the YouTube side, whereas Valkyrie and all these other people are more on the Twitch
Twitch side,
side.
yeah.
So they're crossing over into each other's lanes, and they're bringing their communities. Jacksepticeye's bringing his community over into the Corpse Husband Twitch side of things, and then Valkyrie bringing the Twitch side over into like the Jacksepticeye and all them. So like they're cross. Forgive the lack of better phrasing, but they're like cross pollinating, so to speak.
Yeah, no,
Have you
yeah, for sure.
have you guys voice crack? Fuck, damn it.
Puberty.
Damn, I hate puberty.
Had puberty
Still
for the
going
last
through it.
12 years.
But you guys have watched the Vanoss crew, right? And all of them, or at
I've
least
heard the
some of them?
name now. They're not so fresh on my
Swagger, and
mind.
I watched the podcast for the Misfits. I do all that.
No, that's not the Vanoss
Yes,
crew.
Vanos has joined, not the Misfits. He hasn't joined Misfits, but he has played with them. He has played with them. Video
Very
games and stuff like
rarely.
that.
I love
Yeah.
all the Misfits, but
Yeah.
But I mean, Vanoss, which comes with H2O Delirious,
If they do play
Terrorizer, Wild. No, they don't. Only like Smitty
Sometimes, yeah.
and all them, but like not really. But I was wondering if you knew the drama that actually just recently we're starting,
What happened?
because you guys have never heard of. I bet if you haven't heard of them, you haven't heard of this guy. But this guy Wrecker, who
I've heard of
used
Wrecker.
Heard of him?
yeah, he used to play with them, but he started kind of diverging when he like kind of like started some like Twitter war between Terrorizer and him. It was mostly because of the mini lad shit that was going on.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that too.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of unfortunate, and it's hard to watch old videos with him in it because like they don't age well. But anyway,
that's the thing. Yeah.
yeah, but Wrecker is like has become that as well, because like he's in his 40s playing video games. And he just started another Twitter war thing with H2O Delirious or something like that, trying to say that he's a pedophile. That was trying to like, solicit a minor, like this, that, and the other thing, which really wasn't true during the context. There was only one true thing for it, and it was just like he was like 20 and this girl that he didn't know was like 17 or 18. He's like, it was a big mistake. Nothing, anything else really happened. Like he was just an idiot. We all parties apologized that was involved. Like nothing, like nudes or anything, like were like sent. It was just like, yeah, it was like they try to make it bigger than it was.
Yeah, it wasn't
And
like the EDP 445 situation where it was straight explicit everything that it was like it was all there. Like it was just all that
so
shit.
Wrecker went to Keemstar about
that's
it.
a bad. That's
Keemstar.
a.
Keemstar is not one. I'm not a fan of Keemstar.
And
he takes anything that he can get and uses it.
Yeah, exactly. And he went on like a whole like videos on Twitter about people defending the Vanoss because he made a video about the situation and he plastered Vanoss's face on it when he had nothing to do with the entire situation.
Equivalency is Keemstar is the equivalency of Perez Hilton.
He's a piece of shit.
He's
a piece of shit.
Piece of shit. Yeah, like honestly...
and then like he's like, I only care about the facts, and I'm like, no, you fucking don't.
No, he really doesn't. He'll jump on anything that like just immediately seems that and doesn't do due diligence. And
basically, Ohm's been going on a lot of like stuff. Like he's talked to this YouTuber TJV who talks about a lot of different things when it comes to Twitter drama, this, that, and the other thing. And then like Ohm talked to him for over an hour about this evidence. That was his favorite word, was evidence. That's all he had, and never supplied anything.
Yeah.
Like he's like, there's some things in the work, like I can't release it, and then now all of them have like a lawsuit going around and everything because he was trying to mess with a lot of their sponsors and shit too. And it really just sucks to see all these guys I used to watch playing video games like go into these lawsuits and just like Ohm
Feuding,
Record being a
yeah.
40-year-old whiny piece of shit because nobody wants to play with him and he's not that funny. Mini Lab becoming a freaking child pedophile. Louis
Um,
Calber now is being that as well, along with some pretty much a sexual assault shit that he used to have with his ex. And it's like you open your eyes, you're like, fuck, is there any good YouTubers anymore that we used to watch?
Okay, going
Please
back to
stop.
that
See-
mini lad
Yeah.
situation, I kind of see where because I watched his apology video, stuff that happened. I
Dude,
used to
his
watch him vlog
apology
all the time.
video was
It
fucking
was, but
shit.
the thing is what I've realized with most, because I've seen a lot of guys go this way when they're talking to young girls and they're not realizing, like, they know their age, but they don't. Their fucking mindset goes in a totally fucking different way. They're like, this person's being needy for me, like wanting me, and nobody else is. And I get that mindset of why they would go that way. It's fucked up. It's wrong, but their mind, they don't know how it works. They just go, oh, well, she's fucking finding me attractive. No other girl is my age. No other girl is even coming at me, even talking to me. They don't fucking think. And yes, it's fucked up and it's wrong, but it's just like his mindset just went out the fucking.
Mini Lad blamed his mental state and depression on everything that was going on.
I'm not saying it
being
was that, but every
No.
guy pretty much they have that. Not every
But
guy.
like,
has 9 years,
I'm taking the person out of the generalization of the context and like knowing like his history when it came to shit like that, where he's just like, oh yeah, I fucked up, I was in a bad place. Oh, I fucked up, I was in a bad place. That he just like blamed all of his shit like on that, and I'm just like,
the
dude,
one and only
God,
time
just
an age
shut
difference
up,
is
dude.
not a problem is when both parties are legal adults, and that is the only time. I have a close friend who she is my age, 28, 20. She's actually going to be 29 this year, but she's married to someone who is 22 years older than her.
Yeah, but I mean that comes into the context of like an older girl dating a younger guy, and then like an older guy dating a younger girl. Like there's a lot of different factors when it comes into that. And Harley, I'm sorry, you're gonna get mad, but young girls, like between the ages of 18 to at least, I would say 23, maybe. I 23, I would say 23, 24.
Uh-huh.
They don't know fucking shit
No.
about what they want.
18 to 23 do not know what they. I'm sorry. I'm till this day. I'm 32 years old. I know
sorry,
somewhat
like,
of what I
because,
want.
like-
I'm learning what I want now, and it's still fucking difficult. I'm 32 years old.
And guys are the
Actually-
same way
actually,
too.
I will add an addendum. Real
Oh,
quick before.
I know you're trying to save me here, but I'm gonna say
No, I'm not
do
saving
it.
you. No. I'm just saying. I actually I've thought the same thing, but I will say I have one of my friend's ex fiance. She was 18, had her whole life together. She knew what she wanted.
It's a seldom. We'll put it that. It's a seldom.
It is very
And I feel
seldom.
like my friend is also a part of that seldom.
It's very seldom, but I've never I met her and I was like, fuck.
Listen.
That's
At the
even
age of
more than I
18
knew what I really wanted.
Exactly. At the age of 18,
I'm not
my
saying
friend
every
moved.
single
every
single girl.
I just
but,
wanted to interject that.
But 80 to 90% of the time, they don't know jack shit.
Listen,
guys are the same way, but
what is it?
The thing is,
no, I can put it this way: guys mature a lot.
What is it with these? What is it with these young girls and everything like that, and they don't know where my fucking taint is?
I'm gonna slap you.
Are you gonna slap me with a pocket pussy again? I'm not gonna lie.
No, I'm gonna take that pill that Harley said. And I'm gonna stand up and smack you.
It's kind of like he's been smacking everything off the desk. He's gonna
with the
smack
pill
you
bottle. All right. That's rude.
But back to what you were saying though is,
but like I was
you know, a
saying,
lot
it's
of
like
women.
because it's like, yeah, a lot of women really don't know what they want, especially in a relationship. Guys are a lot simpler. Girls can say like, "Oh, well, we mature faster." I'm like, you know what? Guys' minds are a lot simpler, which is like we're not stupid, but like we know what we want. That's like kind of like the basics of like, you know, maybe not in life, but we know like
I
things
was
that
going
we
to
kind of
say, at
want
my
in a
age of
general
28,
time.
I still don't know what I want. But my friend, what I was going to say was my friend who, at the age of 18, you know, was on her own, you know, working, you know,
Yeah.
going to school,
It's
whatever,
also what
you
you go
know.
through life as well.
Exactly.
It's what you go through in life, 100%.
Yeah.
I think, if I remember correctly, she met her husband when she was 23.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We, we worked together. She's actually a coworker of mine, but, you know, she met her husband at 23. They started, you know, dating, whatnot. And then 2 years later, they got married, and they've been married now for about 4 years.
Sluts.
But
I bet they had premarital sex.
I bet they had premarital sex.
I think the joke was that, when
God
the
damn
night
it.
of the night of their wedding, he looked at her and said, "Well, it ain't a sin anymore."
Oh. No, but I get what you're saying about girls. They are simple-minded and y'all know what y'all want. But the thing is half the time y'all don't. I'm sorry, but you say that you do, but y'all don't. You really don't. Commitment issues are like a big fucking issue with y'all.
I will admit, at my
we know
age, I
exactly
don't
what we
know.
fucking want. They
I
don't.
don't.
They really fucking don't. Oh, we do. We just want simplicity. We just want want you there, sex, food, yeah, and we're perfectly fine. No, you got to think
The
of a
need,
future setting as well.
the human
if you
needs.
say you know what you want, you got to think of a future setting as well. Y'all say
Yeah.
women do all the time, but it's true. If I was in a relationship, like, okay, there's what do I want in 2 to 3 years? I want a house. I want to make sure that my kids are well taken care of. I want to make sure I have this certain job in my life. I want to make sure the person that's in my life is going to be taking care of me. I want to make sure that, okay, 3 years down the line, you're going to marry me. We're going to be married. It's going to go this way. It's going to go that way. We have all those thoughts in our head.
Yeah. Well, it's like if we're not at the 3-year due date and there's just like one day it's just like a normal like shuffling in the kitchen and it's just like, so.
Men, a majority of men, I'm not saying all, don't think. Yes, there's a simplicity in y'all's life, but y'all don't think.
Well, here's
you
the
don't
thing.
think ahead of time.
Here's the thing. And like even
We kind of just live in the moment.
We
though.
fly by the seat of our pants and live
Here's
one
the
day
thing.
at a time.
I'm a lot more like I overthink. I have a problem with overthinking shit. But I think a lot of my especially even in relationships, I try to think about like a lot of shit, but like I think it's I don't know if I do this more like I do it like in just I don't even like when I'm in more like creative spaces and everything and I do a lot of that shit, there's more of this mindset where I worry that I'm not going to have time for the relationship that like I would want to be in and everything. And I think I do want to have that commitment to a bigger degree than sometimes I would want to admit, and I know what I want out of like that kind of shit. But it's the fact that like I don't like being like when I want to embark and do more creative shit and do everything else and everything, I pour myself into all of it. And sometimes I don't do it intentionally, but I will just like, oh shit, like I might not be seeing everything that like what's going on with like my partner and everything, but I love being there and being like supportive and like all the attention. Not like you have to put everything into it, but like fuck, like there's a lot of things that you should do. I think like 90% of like a relationship is just really showing up for shit. And I think I feel guilt. Yeah, just be there, and you're usually gonna be fine. Like people would most rather like have someone that is there that isn't, and like people that like if you're really trying to work on shit, that's all that people usually want. And you know everything works out a lot smoother, even if the relationship, whatever it amounts to, doesn't. Like the fact that you actually tried and everything else, it does go a long way, regardless of the fact. And it's not like with everything, but if you guys are on the same page with shit, it's good. But like
you got to have somebody that's going to be on.
You
that
gotta
same
have
page
someone that's on the same page, and you also gotta, especially in the creator space, especially what we talked about, you gotta have that support. And it's not like you should have like a partner that understands like that you're a creator and you want to focus on that shit and that's a priority and everything, and it's just like, oh, this is nothing. It's like, fuck
But then you also can't just.
fuck
but
you. My
also have to
parents
keep-
support me more than you do. That's weird.
Well, but the thing is you also have to make sure that your creative outlet or whatever is also not neglecting that other person.
See, that's the, and I think I'm more I think I preemptively worry that's gonna happen, or that like I worry about a relationship is gonna pull me away from like everything with that.
Pay more attention. She's more like a shiny object. Like that's what you're basically saying. I don't want to have a shiny object in my fucking face where I'm not going to concentrate on my work. Like it's going to be.
Well, not even like a shiny. I
don't.
don't.
You know what I kind of mean? Like it's like.
I get what you're going at. Yeah, like it's kind of like it's kind of like I don't want someone that's just gonna just try to just pull me away from my work, and like is never really gonna support that, or just to like. I think it's more of an anxiety of me just wanting to be able to put out shit.
Most supportive girlfriends.
But having someone
towards pushing you for what you need to go to. I was always like that. It's just more to push you what you need to go to. Don't worry about me when I'm going to worry about you first.
Yeah.
Having someone to go on that metaphorical ride with you is what's really going to benefit both you and your creative outlet as well as your relationship.
There's an equal push between the two of you to help push you both to be the better person that you guys are all both
it's like
meant
you
to
wanted to
be.
throw up during that scene. Like you didn't even want to talk about it. You're like, oh, this is making me sick. Like you didn't. You're like, oh, relationships. Like.
But the thing is there's always going to be times
honestly,
when...
low key, that's true. Because like the relationships.
Here's the thing, and this is a serious thing that I want to say is, when you're going to have moments and times when you fail with your creative outlet, and when you fail with the relationship. Not fail as far as the relationship ends, but just where you fall short or the person that you're with falls short. Mm-hmm. And being able to step back from those and realize, okay, this isn't working and this is causing issues with the other thing. How can I... Do you know what I'm going at? Like making sure, like making sure that when the creative outlet is not working, you don't take it out on that person that's with you.
It's more like
when the relationship is not working, or if there's an issue that needs to be resolved with the relationship, knowing, okay, I need to take a break from this creative outlet so that I can work on making sure that this relationship, the person that I want to be with, the person that has been supportive of this creative outlet, is still going to be there at the end of the day.
And just balance. It's a whole balancing act that's a real struggle to really find, and some of them actually, even really truth be told, never do. But the thing is too, I think I worry that like I'm not going to be seen. I think I'm a very big perfectionist where I feel like I have to be seen by everyone as like always on their shit, being perfect, everything else. And when I'm not, I want to run. And even like in my last relationship, like I ended things and I had a straight panic attack. Like I had a panic attack and I ended things. And like that's a hard thing for me to admit, but I straight panic attacked.
Letting yourself be vulnerable about it though is the only way to get past it though.
But it was also like I got legit fucking like hyperventilating and like worried about all that shit, because like I really do worry about that shit. Like it's a really hard thing for me to like even come to terms with, that I have those issues. And even like even in that sense too, I think even like a more of a relationship thing is also like I don't think I know how to really communicate how like my partner should be supporting me through that shit. Like it's, I want to be able to say like a very straight, like cohesive thing is like, this is what I need, but I don't always know how to communicate that. And it always does shock me if that actually comes up. Like I'm never really, I don't know why I don't expect things to go well, but
it's trial and error.
But it's just like, what you're doing is fucking stupid.
When you get too many errors, you stop trusting any trials.
I don't think
I don't trust anyone anymore. Sorry, I keep cutting you off.
No, you're fine. I just don't think I'm like letting anything really in. I'm just very protective over like everything else, and I'm trying to like make sure
Yeah.
that my time is not only valued by myself, but like the people around me and everything else. And
You
like,
just don't want to let anything in. I mean, I get it. We try to get you that strap on, but you just don't let anything get in. That's fine.
exactly, metaphorically speaking, yes, you're right. You absolutely have a fucking. You really
the metaphor.
tip that right over.
You gotta have that trust. You gotta have that
You-
trust.
But
He
I think
doesn't want to admit the conversation that we had from a mutual friend where we literally spent a Discord call trying to find a dildo, like a strap on for her to use on him next time that they have
are
fun
friendly with each
Conversation.
other. No, it's just more like I'm not gonna lie, and I have a nice ass. I said it.
She wanted to
It feels
pound
like
your
an
ass.
AA,
She really wanted to pound your ass too.
Like,
So,
out of, no,
that's a lot.
I'm really not. I'm not kidding. I'm not bullshitting. I'm not doing this for laughs. But every girl that I've gotten with has talked about my butt.
I made this sound like it's a fucking therapy session. Like, he's so damaged.
They talked about my butt. They were just like, "Oh my god, you have a better ass than I do." I was like, you know what? I just didn't feel manly for like a whole month after that. I was like, what is that thing between my legs? Is that an actual penis, or is this just a really oversized like clit? Like, holy shit.
Mhm.
I got that Hank Hill ass.
The real king of the hill.
Oh
Yes,
my
sir.
god.
Hill in quotation marks. Hill actually being your ass.
Damn it, Piper.
No, what was the
Damn it, Pop.
the one with the white beater on, and he would just go, mm-hmm, whole time he's drinking fucking beer and everything else? That's Seamen. That's him. Mm-hmm. Under the hair. Mm-hmm. That's
Yeah.
what he sounds like.
But I don't know.
Yeah,
Hello.
we got surprise guests.
We have
now.
surprise guests.
Looks like they brought you some alcohol, Surf.
They brought you some
George's
alcohol.
brother. Oh, yeah, that's Matthew.
Hello.
Yeah. They know your brother.
Hello.
Matthew.
Yeah. Hello.
They don't bring you more
Exactly the
beer.
look I was
They
going
don't bring
for.
you more beer.
Actually,
They don't bring you more beer.
I mean, for half the podcast, I had, this
Wow.
howdy doody going.
Yeah.
No, we're still going on.
Does being included? Because people love
Oh.
girls to be included.
Now I feel kind of rude, actually.
I kind of feel rude.
Yeah,
I would-
Matt's not having fun.
I think I would have a good voice for a podcast. I can get real low.
Do you think that's just all it is? Like, you have to have like a low voice? It was like, the podcast is gonna go so well now.
You get a low voice.
Hey, I just want to. Who's your friend on the bottom left?
Matthew?
Who's
Matthew.
your friend on the bottom right?
Matthew, I gotta say, I really respect that old Macintosh right there. That's
Oh,
amazing.
thank you. Yeah, I had it when I was younger, and
you remember George?
Yeah, I remember George.
That's his brother.
Hey,
Christian,
hey,
who's that on
George's
the bottom
brother,
right?
who has a
really
a name.
Bottom right.
Yeah, bottom
The guy who doesn't have a cam on.
They're talking about me.
Sorry, Christian.
You want to bend over for? I mean, you can get your face into the cam too. Yeah. All right. I guess we have a. Yeah, Andy's here.
I guess
too.
Oh, Andy.
Yeah.
Matthew, why do you have so many doors in your room?
There's like kind of like closet doors, yeah.
They're closet doors. What do you want, camera?
And then that's the door to get out, and then
Hey, Matthew, I have the same headset.
that's window. Oh,
The
really?
Corsair?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're good.
Cool shit.
Yeah, I gotta follow it. Do you want us to get the fuck out?
We'll be wrapping up pretty soon, so I mean,
He's like, George gets
yeah,
fucked
so
up.
Ideally, if we could, we would just give you all mics and you all could join. But like,
hey, no guns in YouTube. They're gonna demonetize the shit out
they're
of
gonna
it.
demonetize what is already not monetized.
They don't like the word die. So if I say die enough, it'll just
Oh, we've been talking about a lot
It's
of shit.
called
Do you know
Unalive.
do you know how many-
die.
do you know how many times we use the word cunt?
Or cunt. We've talked.
Australian pause.
Plot. Yeah.
So Sorry to interrupt, guys.
I like twat
Go ahead.
actually. Twat is a
That's
very
actually a nice word.
Or
I
twat.
love
Twat waffle.
like
Twat
no one.
waffle.
You know what? It's like you know what? No one says that.
I'll be back out there in a minute. I'll be.
And that
Yes, I'll come in, drink.
Look at
Dad's
his
just
hair.
gotta
Oh my
work.
God.
I was in mourning for my dead fish, and I don't want to hear it.
And you didn't want more with us.
I mourned with you.
Louis, poor
I was
Luigi.
mourning so hard with you.
I apologize
No, that
for
that
No,
my
that's fine.
unprofessionalism.
nah. I was just like you live with your frat brothers. I was like,
What do you searching
I'm just
for?
surprised it only like it happened in the 8th episode. I thought it was gonna happen like in the earlier episodes, but it was the 8th episode.
Yeah, I mean, should have. Oh, Piper. She
They
tried to
just-
jump up.
They just
She
gotta
fell.
make sure to like and subscribe.
Make sure
Good dog.
like and
Good dog.
subscribe. And as always,
Hit
Have a
the
good day, bros.
notification bell.
Aww.
she's gonna give fist pump. Boop.
Beep.
Cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is all about supposed to be about Harley and Corey, and now they took over. I'm sorry.
It was everything.
They
about-
hijacked the podcast. God damn it.
Well, I mean, you know, the thing is too, even like jumping in, like we're just talking about everything else. So it has been about them, but we've talked about everything.
Yeah. I mean, just gaming wise, I mean, like for you guys, I mean, like, what do you guys feel like the future is for your content and like for your both of your channels?
I mean,
I'm not thinking of it. I mean, I want to go further, but I mean, I love doing what I do. It's my escape. It's my everyday escape from my actual real life, kids, work, day-to-day paying bills. It's just something I can do to escape and talk to other people. Like,
Yeah.
it thrills me. I like doing it.
I
Enjoy
suffer from social anxiety and stuff. So, you know, I view myself as being a introvert, but want to be, you know, more socially extroverted. You know, Twitch has definitely helped with a lot of that. But you know, I've met a lot of really cool people. You know, I've met Harley, I've met, you know, Surf. Now you, Matteo, as well. You know, and then some of our other friends. You know, that you know, mutual friends that I definitely would have never met if I hadn't, you know, started streaming
Yeah.
or you know, just, you know, through other people's streams. You know, I've met a lot of friends through some other streamers that I follow that, you know, you think it's a, you know, how big the world is, but you know, we're in 3 different, completely, totally different states.
We're
Well,
in different time zones.
Except Christian and I.
Well, I mean,
We
that's what
live
I'm
in the
saying.
same
3
state.
different,
Yeah.
3 different states.
Yeah.
You know, she's in Louisiana, I'm
Yeah.
in Virginia, and you both of you are in Florida. You know,
Yeah.
Dude, I had
you know,
an amazing trip in New Orleans. Let me tell you.
I've got
Nolans.
friends that I have friends that live in, you know, Hanji lives in you know, Washington State.
Yeah.
You know, I have friends that live in Idaho. I have friends that live in Chicago. I have friends that live in, you know, California and Texas and places that I've never
Sure.
been to.
I mean, that's what's the beauty of gaming is just that you can have friends all over the world.
Yeah.
And like, you know, just
I mean, freaking VIP Dread, you know, he lives in the Philippines. That's another person that me and Harley know. You know, it's crazy, you know, how much
like,
gaming
Yeah.
can bring people together.
My thing is how much support I can get more from my online friends, people that are not even in the same state, and get more support from them, and they care more than actual people that live around here.
yeah,
I-
100%. Like
yeah.
gaming really has just transcended that, you know, because you know it's the opportunity for a lot of introverts just to become extrovert in their own ways, like not into, you know, the social norm that people think, you know, like, oh, they've really come out of their shell and everything like that. Well, you know, a lot of people kind of like, you know, they stay, you know, a little bit introverted, but they use gaming as an outlet to be extrovert. Because I mean, I mean, like I myself, I guess, could say I'm an extrovert as much as I hate, you know, admitting that I am. But I would like to be more introvert. But
Yeah.
like, whenever I'm gaming, like I'm just straight like, don't give a shit. Like I'm just gonna be like, you know what? I'm not gonna be a total asshole, but like I'm just not gonna be like caring about what people kind of like think about who I am, or like this is like it's just like this is who I am. Like I'll make jokes. You know, I'm not gonna change for anybody. Like
It's not
this
like
is
they
just
know
who I am.
anyway.
Exactly. Exactly. It's not like they know, or they're like, they're not gonna come to my house and be like, "Hey, I don't like you." Like,
See,
cool.
it's weird when you think about things in your life that have led you to where you're at right
Yeah.
now. For me, I started working at this local grocery store. Well, it's a national chain, but I'm not going to get into like where that is, or what it is. But I started working for this grocery store, and it was next to this shopping mall. And at that shopping mall, there was a GameStop, and I'd go in there on and that's where I'd pick up games. I'd talk to people that worked there, and believe it or not, I actually made some friends through that GameStop. One of which, Surf, is Ash's boyfriend. I met Ash's boyfriend um, while he worked at that GameStop.
Doing this.
Started talking to him, more often, whatnot. Made friends with some other people that worked there. Built friendships through there, and then have had some falling out with some people that I was friends with there, whatnot. And actually, it was last summer that I really started hanging out with Ash and some people online. That's when I first met Surf. Started streaming a little bit after that. I started streaming last September. And if I hadn't had some of those falling outs where I started hanging out with the people that I currently hang out with now, I definitely would have never met Surf. I would have never met you, Harley. I never would have met some of the really awesome people that I've met over the last 8 to 10 months.
Yeah.
And it's crazy.
It's
It's
so
really
quick
crazy.
too, like how quick it can happen.
So you think like in the moment, wow, shit sucks. People that you thought you'd be friends with, in real life, you feel like they'd be around forever. But then you meet people online that people think, oh, they're not friends, they're not people you're actually gonna know. You don't know them that well, whatever. But I feel like I know certain people online more than I know people that I know in real life.
Yeah.
It's weird because okay, I can go back to the parents, but they do the same thing. You don't know these people. They know nothing about you. They don't know, they could be killers. You never know this and that. And like, it's not like I'm giving them my fucking address. But these people have given me more support and stood by me through more things than my own family has.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that says a lot.
I mean, you think about, you see on, the internet all the time, you see videos of people who, have played League of Legends or played, I mean, Halo, whatever game it may be. It doesn't have to be any, that literally have known some of these people for 10, 15 years, started gaming together when they were, teenagers, and now they're grown adults, married with kids, whatever. And I actually saw a video on TikTok. This wife somehow got in contact with one of her husband's old gaming buddies that he had never met in person.
Harley's having a rave.
Look,
She's having
so many times.
Harley's having a rave and she's getting hacked.
Then I be getting hacked into my camera.
Getting hacked into my camera? Hey, my eyes are up here.
I didn't want to interrupt Blast's story, but that actually happened. I showed up at home and my stream wasn't up, nothing was up, my OBS wasn't up, and the fucking green light on my fucking camera was up, and the fucking lid was down, and I was like, there's nothing on. Discord's not on, nothing's on. I was like, unplugged it and fucking flipped the lid, and I was like,
Nope, not today.
Nope, because this is my fucking bedroom. No. I'm trying to look through my cameras. No.
Yeah.
They're trying to watch you sleep. No, but I've seen videos on TikTok, I've seen videos on YouTube of like this. There's this, for instance, there was this woman who she got in contact with her husband's old gaming buddy that, they still game, every once in a while, but, obviously they're married. He's got a job, trying to take care of the kids, whatever, they'll still, game whenever they have time.
Yeah.
She got in contact with his friend who he had never met in person,
I saw that.
and had him fly out, and they met for the first time, and it was crazy. People that you don't think that you're building these relationships with, you really are, if you think about it.
Yeah, no, I mean, the thing is, like, you can really connect with your fans and do like a lot of shit and really build that community, and it's super fucking important. And that's, I think, like, even like this first week back, I feel like I've already started doing that, and that's an incredible feeling to really be back to really doing that. And I want to really even continue to do that, even going forward and everything else. And that's just like, I think like everything, is really starting to come together. Like, I feel like it is. Like, honestly, like, maybe I'm getting cocky. Maybe it's just more like, oh, hey, don't be nervous about your tournament tomorrow. But, like,
You got this.
I do feel like I do. Like, I feel like I'm on my fucking way. Like, I feel like it's just like
It's a good way to fucking feel. Like,
it's like I feel ready. I feel like I'm gonna be able to like really just have my shit take off, and that's an incredible feeling. Like, knowing that you can do this shit, even just like
You've got to will it for yourself, though. Like, you can't just go into it with yeah, exactly. You really have to, because if you don't believe that, if you don't put your your positive attitude towards it, it won't be successful.
Yeah, and like sometimes you do need to be like critical about your shit, and like I say that, but like not to the point where you're just like, oh, hey, by the way, be a total piece of shit to yourself. But like,
There's a
like,
time and place.
Yeah.
When you're for us, or at least for me anyway, I am affiliated. I do have, I'm a affiliate, with Twitch.
Mhm.
Right there towards the end when I was really starting to have more of like the, I don't think I'm going anywhere. I don't feel like I'm getting anywhere with this, and then, I'll stream for 45 minutes and not have a single viewer. And, you start looking at, is this worth my time? Is this, do I actually think I can do this? And I think that that's where I've taken a step back from it for like a little while, is to basically look at myself as, okay, you don't have to have viewers. Not right now. Do this for you. Do this for what you want to do. Do this for, your enjoyment. Are you playing a game, or are you playing a game that you're having fun with? Or are you playing a game just to play it just because you think you're going to get views?
Yeah.
Because when someone comes into your stream and you're just playing a game to play a game, they're not going to want to stick around. They're not going to get anything from it.
Mm-hmm.
When you go on YouTube and you watch gameplay videos of Jacksepticeye or Markiplier, or there's this one YouTuber that I've been watching recently. He goes by Hollow. He does all kinds of different games. He's hilarious. He is hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
He plays games he wants to play because he wants to play them. He
Yeah.
doesn't just play games because, oh, I think this will get me views.
Yeah.
You've got to, if you're not putting your energy into it, if you're not feeling it, if you're not vibing with it, so to speak, it's not going to show in your gameplay. It's not going to show in how you interact with your, viewers when you have them.
Yeah, you can't do shit just for cloud, or like just for that, because like it doesn't feel good. Like, it does, and it doesn't also work out really in that sense too.
ADD and everything else like it kicks in. So if I'm in a game and I start to I get kind of bored doing solo games by myself most of the time. Because I love solo games, but there's a point in my time where I'm just like, I need an interaction. I need bounce off. Like, I need that because I get bored. Like, my mind just considered like you're bored. Mm-hmm. So I will switch games constantly. Destiny, I switch from Destiny. I go from that, go to COD. COD's more interactable because it's multiple. Most of my friends are on that. And it's just, it feels better.
I hate Destiny too.
And I think that that's what we're getting back to with
They
what you were
changed the
talking
new
about
DLC,
earlier,
that's
Surf.
I hate the Destiny 2. I don't care about DLC anymore. They make the
Is-
game fun for less than a month, and that's it.
I was fine
Yeah.
with the game. Destiny 1 was fantastic. The second one's good up until the point where they just made it where you had to constantly farm just to get anywhere in the story, to get anywhere at any point. New DLC, not as bad. They're letting you get back to the point of like how it used to be. I'm loving it. I love anything to do with
Yeah.
space. So
Corey, though, I want you to finish up your thought because I think I hate like since we're having like such a deep conversation, but I feel like we gotta end this a little short because my headset's about to die,
Okay.
and I think we've been recording for about 2 hours, and I got people who are
Yeah.
about to intrude again and hijack you guys' episode. And I would love to do an episode like a part 2, but I wanted to
Maybe
Corey
we'll
to
make
finish up your thought.
we'll make this a part. We'll make a part 2. Episode 9 is a part 2.
Yeah,
I'd love for that. Yeah,
Or-
I'd definitely love to come
and a
back
part
if
2
y'all would
for
have us.
episode 8. Yeah, honestly, we could film like next week.
I'm
definitely
down.
but
I'm down.
what were we gonna say?
But back to what I was saying was, I think this gets back to what you were saying earlier, Surf, about, having those co-op games and stuff where, you're not just focusing because like you were saying, Harley, you get ADD, you're like, I'm playing a game, but then you start to like fidget, like I need some more interaction
Yes,
here,
sir.
You can only read the captions on a game or the subtitles of the game so much to where it feels like you're talking to somebody before you kind of lose your mind.
Yeah,
get attacked by enough fucking bears. I can't. Okay.
exactly.
So definitely, having those, interactions where even if it's just a co-op game, you and one other person, where you're, having conversations or feeding ideas off of one another. It Takes Two's been fantastic. I absolutely love it, and I want to get back to playing more of that. But
Fuck, I might
yeah.
actually. I'm gonna be looking that shit up and everything. But okay,
100%.
we will to be continued. Part 2, episode 8. So yeah, awesome, guys. Thank you so much for coming on tonight. We will continue this next week.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for being here. All right, see you guys.
Remember,
Bye.
kids, eat ass.